You've really always been more than a heartbeat ahead. And we suddenly started to realize that people would pay us even more money if we not only told them what was happening now in London, but what's going to happen next in London.
Yes.
And that's where your sixth sense really came into play, because you were so good, and you're still so good at understanding the undercurrent, the subtext of what's going on in the world. And then my strength was, how do we make money from this? And then you would describe something to me, and suddenly I would get a vision about, oh yeah, well that means bib overalls, or that means ruffled petticoats, or something.
Yes.
So as a team, we fed off each other.
Exactly.
In terms of our energy, and that I think
we had a union, a marriage, if you will, of the perfect talents. Because yes, I've always been. I still am, actually, a fish out of water. Notice. I went to a restaurant recently for lunch with some friends, and anyway, in Connecticut, they didn't get it.
And you told me that there was a table of young women, and then you said, it made me laugh so much, you said, and they were all looking at me, but not in a good way.
Right. Yes, I think they were looking at this pink thing. But anyway, yes, I've always been a fish out of water. I've always been excruciatingly sensitive. And I started working or designing when I was 10. I know you were also very young when you started creating. Yes. And, I never really stopped. And so part of my ability, my creative ability is the ability or the talent of being able to feel, to sense what is going on, the subtext. And it can also be very painful, but to know, just know, and it's a matter of picking up the politics and even the financial graphs. I love graphs and I love statistics, and putting it all together, and that's what I meant by the puzzle. Yeah. And just sensing the heartbeat of where we're going.
How much do you think of it is it a conscious development that you do, or is it like the rhythm of tap dancing? You just either have it or you don't.
Yeah, I think it is like the rhythm. I'm half American Indian, Cherokee, and I don't know if that's what it is at all, but it's kind of like the sensitivity. I just see things even without realizing, and then all of a sudden I'll look at a construction worker, let's say, on the street and say, yes, that's the yellow, and it just comes to me. I don't know where it comes from.
It's just a natural talent, like being able to sing.
I know. I've always wanted to do that.
I think it's so interesting that once we decided to escalate and ramp up the IM report into becoming a true fashion forecast, it wasn't that easy to explain to people what we were doing or where we were getting our information from. And because the entire fashion industry at that time, and still today, is kind of predicated on, oh, there's something good, I'm going to copy it.
Yes.
And we never, ever told people to copy anything. We might tell them to look at an idea that somebody like Yves Saint Laurent had, and then do your own interpretation of that idea, but never copy it line for line.
No, we never copied anything. And
we used to get into big trouble with designers who thought we were attending their fashion shows so we could copy ideas. And I know I still remember you in a sequin jacket climbing in the window of a Chanel show or something.
Yes, I mean, those
you didn't have a ticket, yes.
I don't know why we didn't. I mean, usually we got tickets, or often we got tickets, but if you didn't get a ticket, you had to somehow get in. I mean, we just had to get in, not to copy, but just to validate, a feeling, a mood. And so I think it was that show. I don't know if it was that show, but our fabric director went in as a cleaning lady. And I went in Paris, in the most elegant area of Paris. And I somehow got in the window and opened up the draperies. And inside, all of the editors and the show and the models were walking around. and on my tail were the security officers, and you said dogs.
Oh yes, I mean the shows got to be such a free for all in Paris, especially that, and they were so vital for everyone in the industry to see that people crashed, and the designers became paranoid and hired security guards and police dogs. And I remember once there was a Kenzo show that was held in the French department store Au Printemps, and we all tried to fight our way in, and the police came, and people who didn't have tickets scattered and hid all over the store, which is like 5 stories tall. It was kind of a game, to be honest,
Yeah.
because it was fun.
Oh, it was great fun, but it was a little bizarre.